Hi, I'm George with Buildertrend Users. I'm going to show you how I create my proposals in Buildertrend. You can get to Buildertrend by going to buildertrend.net. That will take you to your login screen, and I'm going to log on. Now when I logged in, it brought me into the project management summary page. I think there's a way to set it up to where it takes you to the leads page. I don't know how, so if you know how to do it, please post it on the comments. So I'm gonna go to the sales section by clicking here and going to lead opportunities. Now, the way I have my lead set up is my leads come in through my website, or I can manually input them. But for this exercise, I'm gonna show you how they come in through my website. Buildertrend helped me set this up so when the information is captured here, it goes into my website. So I'm just going to do a quick test. Blah, phone number, address, services, home edition. Well, let's do other, let us know in comments. Let's just do a quick. When do you want to start? As soon as possible. So I have some options there for the client. Do you have a specific budget in mind? Up to 10K fence replacement. All right, so I'm gonna hit submit, and that's gone, and immediately you saw that I got a notification here. I also got it on my app on my phone. All right, let's go back to Buildertrend, and I'm gonna hit refresh. And there it is. It automatically brought it into Buildertrend. Let's see what this lead looks like. There's the information. The first thing you want to do is correct your opportunity title. Let's call it fence replacement. Copy information from address. You can fill out all these things. Confidence, salesperson. You could do myself, status, open. Here I track all of my referral sources, so I'm gonna say this one is gonna be my website. Estimated revenue, let's go 5,000. Small project. Oh my God. Now I'm going to go to the proposals tabs, and I'm gonna create a new proposal, but before I do that, I'm actually going to add some information that is gonna be useful for me to create my project. I've already taken some pictures, so I'm gonna bring them into the file section. So I have two photos I'm bringing in, and you'll know why this is important. So my files are attached. Now let's go to proposals, new proposal. Okay, and this is gonna be a quick manual proposal. I'm not using a spreadsheet for this or another software to import any pricing. I'm just gonna type it in manually because it's only a fence. I have a spreadsheet, but for this case, I'm just gonna show you how to quickly get going. So the first thing I want to do is I want to create a scope of work. So I'm just gonna select fences. Just gonna put fence. And then I'm gonna type out the scope, and you'll see it in just a little bit. Okay, I typed up the description of the materials I'm going to be using just to let the client know. And right away, make sure you hit add, because sometimes you'll forget to hit add. Then you realize that the line item that you typed up didn't save. Okay, I have the scope of work typed out. What I did is I added three different lines. As I said, make sure you hit add after typing anything into your line item. That way you won't forget to add the line item. Otherwise you'll really be upset with yourself. But what I've done here, if you click on show hide additional info, you can minimize how it looks. But let's just look at the preview for formatting purposes. I like to click on centered so that it makes it a little bit more uniform. And notice that the remove existing fence line item is close to the line here. I don't really like that, but that means that I would have to move both items here, but I'm just picky about formatting. But let's just do that, so I'll show you how I would repair that or fix that. I'm gonna show this, but I'm gonna do it to both sides. Click enter once, click enter once, And I could do it before I start typing. I didn't type anything here on the title because this is just some additional contractual language that I've added. Let's go back to preview. Now that to me looks a little bit better, but notice the title did not push down. I'm not sure why. Let me see if I can figure that out. Okay, well that did not work, so I'm gonna go back to the way it was. Leave that alone. Whoops. Okay, preview. There's my preview. And what are we looking at here? We have the client's information. And because I have a template set up, I have some lingo here that I can type over, but I'm not there yet. So let's go back to the worksheet. Now let's put some pricing. Let's say our material is going to cost us $1,000. And then let's say our labor is going to be $1,500. You can see that the owner price is now reflected here. Now we're going to adjust our percentage, and let's just say we're going to use 50% markup to cover overhead and cost of labor and materials. But you can also just do it per line. So let's say you're one of those chicken contractors who likes to lowball the job so you can get the jobs. Let's just change this to 15%. And your markup on your labor is only going to be 30%. Thanks for lowballing jobs and making the rest of the industry have to come down to these prices that will not keep you in business for too long. I'm a general contractor, so I'm looking at this through the eyes of a general contractor. Okay, now I added some text down here at the bottom, some qualifications for the client to see. And right now I have it to where it only shows the total price, not the price per line item. But if you see here, you've got your line that separates the previous line item. Then I added some text here for the client to see. But I want this to stand out. So I'm going to change color, the color of that text. And the way you can do this is going back to your worksheet. And I'm going to use an HTML tag that I've already researched and used previously. There it is, and I'm just going to copy it here. And basically I'm going to take all of this text and I'm going to replace it in between the brackets here. And if we go back to preview, now you can see that everything is red, so the client could see it right away, but I left the other text there. So let's go back and remove the text. Oh, here. Mommy. Go back to preview. There you go. Now your client can see this. HOA approval is the responsibility of the client, excludes city permits. The homeowner is responsible for contacting 811. You don't want to start digging and then something pops. And then if you do dig and you break a line, then you could work with the client so that they can cover that cost, or the city would cover that cost, but you're not responsible for that. Okay, so I've got my formatting, I've got my pricing, but because I'm a chicken contractor and I wanna, well, every industry is different. Some people have to show the line item pricing, but I'm talking with regards to residential remodeling and line item pricing. I don't usually show it because people just use it to and start trying to haggle with me, and I don't. So if you wanted to show the line item price, you just go there on the what to display here. And it shows it now. So now let's go here to the intro text. Mr. Rogers, thank you for the opportunity for providing with a proposal for the fence replacement work. Please let me know if you have any questions. All right, so if we go back to preview, you can see now that it looks very professional, or starting to at least. Let's do the payment schedule before we do anything. You have two ways that you can do the payment schedule. You can do the payment schedule in the line item, or you can just add it here. I keep it on my template. So I'm just gonna say, because this is a small job, 60% deposit, and then balance upon substantial Come on. Balance upon substantial completion, but before punch warranty items. Punch warranty items will be addressed after final payment. Okay, and the reason why I do this is because some clients will try to hold money on you 50% of the job because some fence pickets are cracked, or they figured out 2 days later that a board was crooked or something like that. But always protect you and your company. You're not here to finance people. You're here to make a living for your family, to protect your family. Okay, so now we have a payment schedule. The client's going to see the line items. We have our payment schedule. We're good to go. But now we want to take this to the next level and make it a bit more professional. We can do that by going into formatting, and let's add a picture here. Gonna hit enter, and I'm gonna go to the, I believe I added some pictures here. Oh no, I haven't. I'm gonna add some attachments here. Actually, no. See, and this is where I get mad with Buildertrend. This is one of the things that I don't like about Buildertrend. I have to jump back and forth between the different screens. So I'm gonna go here, open up another tab, go back to the leads, and I'm gonna go to this proposal. And I'm gonna look for the files that I added. And I'm gonna take I'm gonna right click on this picture, and I'm gonna say copy link address. Go back to my leads, and then I'm gonna click on here and click on there, and I'm gonna paste the URL here, and I'm gonna go 600 by 500, see what happens. Go to preview, and that kind of makes it look more professional. And this one is not like high res, so they really can't see the length here, but you know, you could at least show them what you're doing, and you could mark in another piece of software here, make a line and draw it so it looks better. But going back to the formatting, I think it's a little bit too big, so I'm going to go to 500. There it is. That looks a little bit better, but I want it centered, so I'm going to format, double click, and then I'm going to say alignment. Oh, I could do the alignment here. How do I do the alignment? Okay. Okay, so H pace, let's go 10, let's go 20. All right. So now this looks very professional, looks good to me. And we can now submit our proposal. So just a couple of things to recap. I went on the worksheet, I created my line items, but I first did the scope of work, and then I added my pricing. Now, you know, I talked about adding your markups. You can do it per line item, or you could just do a whole adjustment here, apply, and that'll adjust it, and you can clearly see what your markup is there. And there's your preview. And lastly, just do a double check, just read through it and hit release, and it'll go to the client. You can change this proposal, or you can make this standard text. You can say send me a copy, but you don't need more emails. So there's many things that you can do, but this video focused on the manual process of creating a proposal. Remember, Buildertrend is not an estimating software, it's a construction management software. Your estimating can be done on software like Clear Estimates or a spreadsheet. I have a spreadsheet with all my pricing that I do for every type of different project. Okay, speak to you soon. Let me know if you have any questions, and feel free to join our Facebook group if you have additional questions. And if you'd like to provide some videos yourself, I'd be glad to take them. Thank you and have a great day.